3-year-old Flying Rich, a 3-year-old son of Meadows Skipper. On the inside, Armbro Belmont had been there just about all the way, while Hamilton RH with Ted Wing on the bike ranges up on the outside with cover through out the backstretch the second time, and into the stretch right now. On the outside is Raffi, a royally bred 3-year-old son of Brett Hanover out of a Meadows Skipper mare, a Skipper's Dream. They come into the stretch. Flying Rich still has the lead, but watch, flying on the outside, it is Raffi, moving up quickly to just edge out Hamilton RH, who comes up to take second. So we've got 3 more coming in to the finals of the Messenger. The time for this mile, 58-2, equals the stakes record set by Seahawk Hanover and Abercrombie. Abercrombie in 78, Seahawk Hanover in 81. So the 3 latest edition of the finals, Raffi, Hamilton RH, and Flying Rich.
Nation of the Messenger, 75,000 purse, 379,000 total. 1A, Ralph Hanover, second rated in the Experimental Championship ratings, 3 for 3 this year. And Ron Waples drives. 2B, Kawartha Robust, Regine Dagnot. 3C, Jamuga, who was scratched lame from the Battle of the Brandywine last year, trying to come back tonight for Bill O'Donnell. 4D, Power Bunny, Carmine Abatello. 5E, Joule, with Dr. John Hayes driving. 6F, Empire Larry and Buddy Gilmore. 7G, Felonious, Bill Popfinger. 8H, Star Happy with Michelle Lachance. 9I, Better Heather with Bill Houghton. And here is Jackie Lee with the call of the third elimination.
They're up on the inside. Kawartha Robust and Ralph Hanover go for the early lead. Felonious moving from the far outside. They're in the turn. Ronnie Waples has the lead with Ralph Hanover, making Regine Dagnot and Kawartha Robust tuck in second, going off stride. In that first turn is Better Heather, who's interfered with both Jamuga and Felonious. They head down the back stretch toward the quarter pole. Ralph Hanover in command by a length and a half. Kawartha Robust racing second, a gap of 4. Back to the Power Bunny third, followed by Joule fourth. They're at the quarter in 29-3. On the paddock turn the first time, Ralph Hanover, Ronnie Waples open up a 2.5 length lead. Kawartha Robust second, Power Bunny third. Joule moves to the outside fourth. Jamuga underway on the outside fifth. They approach the half-mile pole. Ralph Hanover in command by a length and a half. Along the inside, Kawartha Robust is second. Moving up on the outside is Joule, now a closer third. Jamuga up to take fourth. Power Bunny fifth. That's Empire Larry sixth. Felonious seventh. Star Happy is eighth. And Better Heather has been pulled up. The half-mile, a minute 2/5 of a second. Down the back stretch, the final time, it's Ralph Hanover showing the way by a length and a half. Joule parked on the outside is second, on the inside. Kawartha Robust is third. Jamuga trying to make up ground on the outside fourth. Empire Larry, big kick on the far outside for Buddy Gilmore. He is now a closer third. 3/4 on the board in 1:30-2. On the final turn, Ralph Hanover shows the way by a full length. Joule parked outside second. Kawartha Robust is third. Empire Larry fourth. They head to the top of the stretch. Ralph Hanover's been there all the way for Ronnie Waples. Leads it by a length and a half. Battling for second is Joule and Kawartha Robust. They're inside the 16 pole, and Ralph Hanover has the lead. Kawartha Robust coming at him. It's Ralph Hanover in front. Under the wire, Ralph Hanover holds off Kawartha Robust in 1:59-1. It looked like Joule was up for third. He was right there with Power Bunny. And now back to Spencer Ross for all the details.
Well, as Stan mentioned, the experimental ratings, Ralph Hanover, #2. Impressive performance as #1 OTB letter E, this 3-year-old son of Meadows Skipper, owned by the Waples Stable, Facetta Stable Incorporated, Grant's Direct Stable of Canada, trained by Steve Perlott, and driven by Ron Waples. 1A, Ralph Hanover returns, $4, $3, $2.20. 2B, Kawartha Robust was second, $5.20 and $4, and 5E, Joule also gets into the finals as the third place finisher, $4.60 to show. The triple of 1, 2, and 5, A, B, and E, $183 even. A tough night for Hall of Famer Billy Houghton. Big band sound interfered with in the first division. Ticket to ride out of the money in the second division. And right here, Better Heather making a break going around the turn the first time. There'll be bigger and better nights for one of the all-time greats, Billy Houghton.
51,600 final of the Messenger for 3-year-olds. The 3 winners drew for 1, 2, 3, and you see how that turned out. Ralph Hanover drew the rail with Ron Waples, Number 2 is Raffi with Bill O'Donnell, and 3 is Wind Damage with Carmine Abatello. The 3 second-place finishers in the eliminations drew for 4, 5, and 6 with Keystone Exceller and Jim Miller, Hamilton RH and Ted Wing, Kawartha Robust and Regine Dagnot, and then Lucius Lobell with Hervé Felion has 7, Flying Rich with Abe Stoltzfus has 8, and Joule down along the rail behind Ralph Hanover. Dr. John Hayes drives has 9. How will the messenger turn out? Jack Ely gives us the call right now.
They're off from the outside. Rushing on is Kawartha Robust for the lead. At the rail, Ralph Hanover moves away second. Joule slips up to be third. Around the first turn and down the back stretch, Kawartha Robust on the outside has the early lead. Ralph Hanover racing second. Moving quickly from the outside is Flying Rich third and going up. Along the inside, 2 lengths back is Joule 4. The gap of 4 lengths to Raffi 5th. Wind Damage 6th. Keystone Exceller, Hamilton RH in the early trailer. Lucius Lobell by the quarter pole in 28 and 2 on the paddock turn. Flying Rich up to challenge Kawartha Robust for the lead. They race as a team to the top of the stretch. Ralph Hanover racing third as they move to the half-mile pole. Kawartha Robust and Regine Dagnot lead it. Flying Rich and Abrams Stoltzfus parked on the outside. Right there second at the rail. That's Ralph Hanover third. A gap of 2 back to Joule 4th. 3 lengths to Raffi 5th. Wind Damage and Carmine to the outside 6th. The half 57 and 2. Down the back stretch, the final time. Kawartha Robust still leads in a length. Ralph Hanover has taken second to the far outside. Wind Damage is on the move. Down the back stretch they go. Kawartha Robust leads it. Ralph Hanover second. Wind Damage moving on the outside third. Joule is 4th. That's Keystone Exceller with cover 5th. Raffi along the inside 6th. They're at the 3/4 pole in 1:28 flat. Around that final turn, it's Kawartha Robust and Ralph Hanover and Ronnie Waples asserting themselves on the outside for the lead. They come to the top of the stretch. It's all Ralph Hanover. He draws clear now by a length and a half, and down the middle of the track to challenge him with the lead rushes Raffi. They're inside the 16th pole, and Ralph Hanover is going to win the Messenger Stakes. Ralph Hanover in front. Under the wire, Ralph Hanover wins it. Raffi second. It looks like Keystone Exceller was up for third. We've got a mile in 1:57 flat. Ralph Hanover remains undefeated. And now back to Stan Bergstein.
Class tells, and Ralph Hanover, the brother to the good young sire Raven Hanover by Meadow Skipper out of Ravenna Hanover by Tar Heel. Owned by the Waples Stable, Poinsettia Stables, and Grant's Direct Stable of Canada for the 2nd year. The best 3-year-old around, owned in Canada, U.S. bred. Stu Ferlat is the trainer. Ron Waples driving, and as odds on, Ralph Hanover pays $360, $260, and $220. He was number 1. Number 2, Raffi, finished second, $280, $240. And number 4, Keystone Exceller, was third, $3.60 to show. And we have a new track record for 3-year-olds and a new stakes record. And Spencer Ross has run Waples trackside.
Not only bettering the stakes record, but bettering the track record for 3-year-old colts and betting it by quite a bit. 57 for the mile, and Ronnie, this early in the year to come that quickly. Now, he had been rated second in the experimental ratings, but 57, and we're still in June.
Well, he raced pretty good.
Okay, the first division. You had it pretty easy, 59 and 1. But still, you have to come back a half hour later. That's pretty tough, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he was just extra good. You know, he's a little like me, awful lazy, so he don't take much out of himself.
Okay, you hit the 3/4 in 1:28 and then began to turn him loose. You had to be concerned about Bill O'Donnell's horse, Raffi.
Yeah, where did he get to?
Where did he get? He don't look behind this man because he doesn't have to. Because right here, Ron Waples has taken the lead with his 3-year-old son of Meadow Skipper and moved into the stretch. And you're just kind of waving the whip on it and hitting it off the shaft, aren't you? Here comes Raffi on the outside, coming up second.
I knew where he was.
You knew where he was, and you really didn't have to touch your horse as you came into the stretch.
No, he went as easy that trip as he did the first one.
He's a good one. You're waiting for fortune teller now. You got the best, though, right now. I don't think anybody can say any differently. They got to come and get you.
I couldn't get that on paper, could I?
You couldn't get that on paper, but you can get a lot of paper in the form of dollar bills if you keep winning races like this. And, Ronnie, congratulations to you. A big one, and you got to get ready now for the second Joule in the Triple Crown.
Sure try, anyway.
Okay, Ron Waples has done it. He has done it impressively in 1:57 with Ralph Hanover, the fastest messenger in history. This, the 28th. Congratulations. congratulations go out to him, and we'll get back right here to Roosevelt Raceway with more. The 8th race, the finale to the OTB Pick 4, right after this. OTB Pick 4 tonight. It did begin with the 2nd race with OTB letter A. Rich Airliner, Michelle Achance in the bike, facing the mile in 2:01 and 2. The 4th race went to OTB letter B. Model Heartcraft with Carmine Abatello in 1:59 and 3. And race number 7, OTB letter E. Domestic Oil, the winner, with Buddy Gilmore in the bike, 2:01 and 1, the time for the mile. Abe, if you're listening, you're doing okay. We had a 3rd race big triple of A, B, and E. And Abe again, A, B, E, heading into the final part of tonight's OTB Pick 4. And you combine that with A number 1, Afer, with Sonny Patterson in tonight's 8th race. Del Insco replacing Sonny Patterson. 148.20 the return with 2B Raleigh Lobell. Leo Bauer 465.90. 3C Funtastik. Perry Steinkohl 853.50. 4D Jason Manor 695.40. 5E Fashion Time 92.40. 6F Bargain Day $1,058.70 with 7G Lloyd R Adios $1,138.50 and 8H Quarterback $521.40. Now, as for the late daily double, 5E Domestic Oil takes the first part, and there's your rundown with your lowest probable return with 5E Fashion Time N with Rajon Daniel, $13.80, and your highest probable with 7G Lloyd R Adios, $130.60. And here is Jackie Lee with the call of the 8th.
They're off on the inside. Funtastik out for the lead. Middle of the racetrack is Fashion Time. At the rail is Afer. They go to the first turn. Afer skims the rail. He's got the lead by a length and a half. Moving along the inside, Raleigh Lobell is second. Parked on the outside, dropping the 3-hole is Funtastik. Going up on the outside now is Fashion Time. Down the back stretch they go. Afer leads it by a length and a half. Fashion Time moving on the outside to challenge for the lead. At the quarter pole, Fashion Time moves to take the lead. Afer back second. Raleigh Lobell is third. Up on the outside in the 4th position is Bargain Day. The quarter mile in 29 seconds even. Around the paddock turn first time, that's Fashion Time in front by 2 lengths. Afer racing second. Raleigh Lobell is third. Bargain Day 4th as they straighten out and come for the half-mile pole. Showing away by a length and a half is Fashion Time and Rajon Daniel. Afer second. Raleigh Lobell third. On the outside moves Jason Manor and Carmine 4th. Along the inside is Quarterback, followed by Lloyd R Adios, and the trailers Funtastik and Bargain Day. 59 seconds flat for the half mile. Down the back stretch, the final time, Fashion Time has the lead by 2.5 lengths. Afer racing second along the inside. That's Raleigh Lobell third. Right alongside of him, Jason Manor 4th. Lloyd R Adios has cover 5th. The Quarterback 6th. The trailers Funtastik and Bargain Day. They're up the 3/4 pole. Fashion Time leads it on the outside. Jason Manor moves on the outside to take second. Afer up the rail is third. 3/4 and 1. 28 and 4 on the final turn. Along the inside, Fashion Time leads it. Jason Manor moving alongside to challenge for the lead. They're at the top of the stretch. Jason Manor has the lead, and the Quarterback rushing up on the far outside. He's got the lead from the far outside. The Quarterback goes all the way in front. Under the wire, Quarterback, driven by Joe Marsh Jr., comes off tackle and beats them all with a closing drive here in 1:59 and 2. Finishing second was Jason Manor. Lloyd R Adios is third. And now back to Stan Bergstein.
Exciting call, exciting finish as 8H Quarterback, owned by Anthony Fasciano of Carlstadt, New Jersey, trained by Ray Remen, and driven by Joe Marsh Jr., replacing Bill O'Donnell, pays 21.20, 10.40, and 6.60 as number 8, letter H. 4D Jason Manor, 10.20, 5.60, 7G Lloyd R Adios, 9.80 to show. The 8-4 exacta, that's H&D, pays $203.60. And that concludes the OTB Pick 4. If you know Abe H, we hope you had it. ABEH, $521.40. And tonight's late double of E and H pays $58.60. That's Domestic Oil in association with Roosevelt Raceway of France. We'll also have the 8th race finale to the OTB Pick 4, second half of the late daily double. Good evening, Stan Bergstein here with Spencer Ross, Jockey Lee, your race announcer. And there is plenty of action on tap tonight, Spencer.
And we'll go back to last night for just a moment. Plenty of action indeed. As you see, Cam Fellow with Pat Crow on the inside, Buddy Gilmore, Miller Scott on the outside, under the wire, and Cam Fellow, as this picture shows, 156-2. That's a track record. You see Pat Crow has his hat off because he was acknowledging the cheers of the crowd, and they really appreciated his performance. Tonight, Stanley, though, if Ideal de Gazeau can win at 1 1/4 miles, why might any of the American entrants think they could beat him in 1.5 miles?
I don't know. Eugene Lefebvre, his driver, said we can win at 8 miles. And the way he won last week, it looks like Monsieur Lefebvre is not to be contradicted. We'll find out, however, as the United States entries and all of the rest challenge Ideal de Gazeau.
Right now, let's take a look at tonight's 4th race. We've got trotters in this one, and despite the early evening rain, the track lightning fast, we've had 3 straight sub-2-minute miles. Here's the lineup. Iggy Magoo, 1A, 2B, Stately's Pride, 3C, Armbro Acadian, 4D is Wonder Child, 5E, Noble Flow, 6F, Crown Wood, and number 7, OTB letter G, is Messerschmitt, and Jackie Lee will give us the call.
Roosevelt on the inside, Stately's Pride and Armbro Acadian for the lead. Wonder Child and Messerschmitt join him from the outside. Around the first turn they go. Stately's Pride has the lead. On the outside, Armbro Acadian is second. Iggy Magoo moving at the rail of third. Up in 4th position is Wonder Child up the rail. Noble Flow 5th. Messerschmitt parked outside 6th. And the trailer is Crown Wood. They head down the backstretch toward the quarter pole. Stately's Pride has the lead by full length. Armbro Acadian right there. Second, Iggy Magoo is third. Messerschmitt moving on the outside. He's 4th and going up the quarter mile in 29 seconds even. Round the paddock turn they go at the rail. It's Stately's Pride with the lead. Messerschmitt on the outside, Armbro Acadian at the rail. They battle heads apart for second as they approach the half-mile pole. Stately's Pride has the lead. Messerschmitt on the outside is now second and challenging for the lead. Messerschmitt been out there all the way. He's got a head behind Stately's Pride at the half in 58-4 as they move around the clubhouse turn the final time. Stately's Pride has the lead. Messerschmitt right there, second up the rail. Armbro Acadian third. It's 3.5 lengths back to Iggy Magoo 4th. Wonder Child 5th. The trailers are Noble Flow and Crown Wood. Down the back stretch they go. Stately's Pride leads it by 1.5 lengths. Armbro Acadian regains second. Messerschmitt drops back to third. They're up to 3/4 pole in 1:28-4. Round the final turn they go. Stately's Pride leads it by 1.5 lengths. Armbro Acadian is second. 3 lengths back along the inside. Iggy Magoo is third. Far outside, Crown Wood comes on 4th. They're up the top of the stretch, and Stately's Pride opens up a 3-length lead. Armbro Acadian second, Iggy Magoo third. Through the deep stretch, it's Stately's Pride. Buddy Gilmore in front. Under the wire, Stately's Pride scores an easy victory. Iggy Magoo is there for second with Armbro Acadian third. We've got 1 mile in 1:59 flat, which is just 2/5 of a second off the track record here at Roosevelt Raceway. Now back to Stan Bergstein.
And you have just seen an object lesson of what happens when a good young horse tries to tackle a good older horse. Maturity and experience plays the role in 2B Stately's Pride. A 6-year-old who races mainly down in the Delaware Valley puts Messerschmitt away at the half, 6:20, 4:40, 3:20. Stately's Pride, owned by Robert Richards and David Drew of New York and Florida, trained by Dave Drew, driven by Buddy Gilmore. 1A, Iggy Magoo, $10.80, $5. 3C, Armbro Acadian, $2.60 to show. The exacta of 2 and 1, B&A, $66.60. Racers, 1A, Bonzo Hanover, Carmine Abatello. 2B is Skipper Crevan with Bill Houghton driving. 3C, Tiger Elmhurst, Joe Marsh Jr. the driver. 4D, Keystone Progress has Sonny Patterson in the bike. 5E, Doc's Fella being driven by Michelle Lachance. 6F, Joe Nathan with Buddy Gilmore driving. And 7G, Alert Marquis, driven by Rene Poulin. Fast class pacers here in action in the 5th race exacta, and Jackie Lee has the call.
They're off from the outside. Doc's Fella goes for the early lead. Up the rail is Bonzo Hanover. Skipper Criven away third. Tiger Almahurst is 4th. Keystone Progress, Joe Nathan. And the early trailer is Alert Marquis. Around the first turn and down the backstretch, Doc's Fella makes the front for Mike LaChance. Bonzo Hanover racing second. It's a gap of 2 lengths back to Skipper Criven third, followed by Tiger Almahurst fourth. That's Keystone Progress, Joe Nathan, and Alert Marquis. At the quarter pole, quickly, Bonzo Hanover has taken the lead, the quarter mile in 29-1. Around the paddock turn they go. Bonzo Hanover moves away to a 2.5 length lead. Doc's Fellow racing second, Skipper Criven third, followed by Tiger Almahurst, Keystone Progress, Joe Nathan, and Alert Marquis. They race for the half-mile pole. Bonzo Hanover shows the way by 2.5 lengths. That's Doc's Fellow racing second. Moving to the outside is Tiger Almahurst third and going up the rail. Skipper Criven back to fourth. Keystone Progress picks up cover fifth. Joe Nathan is sixth, and Alert Marquis is still seventh and last. The half mile in 59-2. Down the back stretch with 3/8 of a mile apace. On top is Bonzo Hanover. Charging up on the outside is Tiger Almahurst to take second up the rail. Doc's Fellow is third. Keystone Progress fourth. Skipper Criven fifth. Joe Nathan sixth, and Alert Marquis. They're at the 3/4 pole. Bonzo Hanover leads at 3/4 of a length. 3/4 and 1:28-4 as they move around that final turn. Bonzo Hanover with the lead. On the outside, Tiger Almahurst is second. Doc's Fellow in the pocket third. Keystone Progress to the far outside fourth. Joe Nathan fifth. In the stretch for the finish, Bonzo Hanover shows the way by full length. Doc's Fellow trying to close along the inside as they come for the wire. Bonzo Hanover and Doc's Fellow. We've got a tight one here. Bonzo Hanover, Carmine Abatello, Doc's Fellow, Mike LaChance. They're up on the wire. Looks like Bonzo Hanover, the winner, in 1:57-2. Now back to Spencer Ross.
That is a lifetime best mark for Bonzo Hanover. Last 3 weeks, Doc's Fellow finishes second, once beaten by Hilarion, a lifetime best. The next time beaten by Auburn Brett, best for him on a half-mile track. And tonight a lifetime best for Bonzo Hanover. What's up, Doc? 1A, Bonzo Hanover. Carmine Abatello on the bike, who wins it for the Express Stable and the Sujoy Stables of New Jersey, and returns $18.20, $5.20, and even $4 with 5E. Doc's Fellow finishing second, $3 and $2.80. And number 3 OTB letter C, Tiger Almahurst up for third, $4.20. The Exacto 1 and 5 A&E returns.
Of Sweden, Tom Nielsen drives. 2B Eisenberger of West Germany, Helmut Beindel, and 3C Yanthin of France with Paul Delano. 4D Idil de Gazeau of France, Eugene Lefebvre. 5E Gendero of Italy, Giuseppe Rossi. 6F Diamond Exchange of the United States with Bob Williams. 7G Dartster F of Sweden, Ole Hedren. 8H Dallas Lobell of the United States, Bernd Lindstedt. 9I Bobo of the U.S., Norm Jones. And 10J Yankee Predator of the United States with Archie McNeil. They're going 1.5 miles. Here's Jackie Lee with the call.
They're all along the inside. Eisenberger of West Germany for the early lead. Legolas at the rail is second. Yanthin is on the outside third. Moving up along the inside, Bobo is fourth. On the outside is Ideal du Gazeau. They move down the backstretch the first time. At the rail is Legolas of Sweden with the lead. Eisenberger parked outside is second. At the rail, Bobo racing third outside. That's Yanthin of France fourth. 3 lengths back along the inside, Yankee Predator of the United States fifth. Ideal du Gazeau fifth. Gendero is sixth. Diamond Exchange is seventh. Dartster F, and the trailer is Dallas Lobell at quarter in 29-1. Moving around the paddock turn the first time. On top is Legolas of Sweden by a full length. Along the inside, Bobo is now second. Parked on the outside, Yanthin is a third and moving up. Also on the outside, Eisenberger, as they reach the half-mile pole, Legolas and Yanthin, and rushing up on the far outside is Diamond Exchange. They're by the half-mile in 1:1-2. Around the clubhouse turn, at the rail is Legolas, Yanthin on the outside, heads apart for the lead. Bobo at the rail third. On the outside, Diamond Exchange is fourth. 3 lengths back to Eisenberger fifth. Yankee Predator is sixth. Ideal du Gazeau is seventh. Gendero is eighth. Diamond Exchange, and the make that Dallas Lobell, and at the end the trailer. They're by the 3/4 in 1:31-1. Around the paddock turn the second time. Ianthen of France on the outside. Legolas of Sweden at the rail. Heads apart for the lead. Diamond Exchange are rushing up now to challenge as they approach the mile mark, still with a half a mile to go. Legolas, Ianthen, and Diamond Exchange on the far outside, moving for the lead. They're by the mile mark, and Diamond Exchange has the lead in 2, 1, and 3 as they move around the clubhouse turn the final time. On the outside, Ianthen has come back. Legolas stays right with him. They go down the backstretch the final time. Legolas has the lead. Ianthen is second along the inside. Bobo is third. Yankee Predator has moved up fourth. Ideal du Gazeau on the far outside is fifth and on the move up. We've got 4 horses across the track with a quarter of a mile to go. Yankee Predator has made the front for Archie McNeil. Ideal du Gazeau on the outside is now second. Legolas back to third. The mile and a quarter in 2:33 and 1. Around the final turn they go. Yankee Predator has the lead, but Ideal du Gazeau moves to him. They're in the stretch for the finish at the rail. Yankee Predator and Ideal du Gazeau in overdrive. He is going to win the Roosevelt Challenge Cup Trot going away. Ideal du Gazeau. Under the wire, Ideal du Gazeau, driven by Eugene Lefebvre, comes from way back. Big move in the final quarter. He blows Yankee Predator away a mile and 1/2 in 3 minutes, 3 4/5 seconds. And now Stan Bergstein will tell you all the details.
The track record's 3:01. The world record, 3:01 and 3 by Cash Minbar in 77. So you see it's a fast one. The mile was in 2:01 and 3. The mile and a quarter in 2:33 and 1 compared to last week's international in 2:35 and 2. It's Ideal du Gazeau of France, 4:20, 3:20, 2:20, owned by Pierre-Jean Morin of Marcy-le-Grève in France and driven by Eugene Lefebvre, his trainer. In second, 10J, Yankee Predator of the United States, $6, $4, couldn't hold on. And Little Legolas of Sweden, the ballet dancer that Bo Franson talked about, an elegant little trotter, 3:20 to show with a triple of 4, 10, and 1. D, J, and A paying $166.50.
It began with the 4th race with OTB letter B. As you saw, Stately's Pride trotting the mile in 1:59. Buddy Gilmore, the driver. Race number 5 went to OTB letter A, Bonzo Hanover, with Carmine Abatello in 1:57 and 2. And in the 7th race, our 6th sub 2-minute mile this evening in 7 races. The other one, of course, was the mile and a half Challenge Cup. So 6 in a row on the mile, sub 2 minutes, and it went to OTB letter A, Brisk Air, with Michel Lachance in 1:57 even. So we head into the final part of tonight's OTB Pick 4. You're alive if you've got a combination of B, A, and A. Combine that with A, number 1 elected, and Robbie Rankin in the bike, 95.20 and 20 cents. With 2B Cavendish, John Copas, 1946.40. 3C Hedro Links, Joe Marsh Jr., 85.68.30. With 4D Bobo and Billy Houghton, $1,501.80. 5E Ned Blue Chip, Del Insco, 38.94.30. 6F No Pushover with Donald Dancer, 95.20.20. 7G Fast Majority, Sonny Patterson, more than $12,000. And 8H Meadow North with Michel Lachance, more than $21,000. Now the late daily double, the 7th race winner, 1A, Brisk Air, and there are your combinations down the line, with the smallest probable being with number 4, OTB letter D, Bobo. They're moving down the backstretch now. Elected has the lead. Let's pick up the call from Jack E. Lee.
Third, a gap at 2. It's Bobo racing 4th. 4 back to Ned Blue Chip, the trailers, and No Pushover, Fast Majority, and Meadow North. Racing by the quarter pole, the Elected has the lead by a length and a half. Second is Cavendish, followed by Hedgerow Links, the quarter mile, in 29 and 1. Around the paddock turn they go. Elected maintains that length and a half lead. Cavendish right there second. Hedgerow Links is third. Bobo racing 4th. 4 lengths back to Ned Blue Chip fifth. It's No Pushover, followed by Fast Majority and Meadow North. Racing through the stretch to the half-mile pole, Elected opens up a 2-length lead. Cavendish is second, followed by Hedgerow Links third. Bobo moving to the outside 4th. The half mile in 59 2 in the clubhouse turn the final time. Elected on top by an open length. Cavendish second, Hedgerow Links is third. Bobo on the outside is fourth. Moving along the inside, no pushover fifth. With cover, Ned Blue Chip sixth, Fast Majority, and Meadow Norm. Down the backstretch, final time. Elected by a length and a half. Cavendish second. Bobo on the outside is third. At the rail, Hedgerow Links fourth. They're at the three-quarter pole. Elected has the lead, 3/4 and 1, 29 3. Around the final turn they go. It's Elected in front. Bobo on the outside second. Cavendish saving ground at the rail third. Hedgerow Links is fourth on the outside. Ned Blue Chip up fifth. Top of the stretch. Elected with the lead on the outside. Bobo trying to close. Cavendish is third from the outside. It's Ned Blue Chip as they drive for the wire. Elected and Bobo. Elected in front.